Hey everybody, it's Hylian Alchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. In the last episode, we did the Swamp Palace, and in this episode, we're just gonna get one heart piece. And yeah, there's only one, I'm not even kidding. And then we're gonna tackle our next dungeon. First and foremost, I do apologize if I'm sounding a little bit quiet right now, because it's 9:45 in the morning, around where I live. And, only one of my folks is still asleep, so I don't want to try to speak too loud. Well, even though she's sleeping in a room that's kind of far away. Well, I mean, a little farther from my room, but still, I kind of want to be a little careful and try not to talk so loud. So, yeah, again, I do apologize if I sound a little... I'm kind of sound like a robot, but... You know, I mean, I try not to. I try to sound very, very monotone, but, you know, it's shit like this happens, so... Anyways, yeah, I know I'm taking a lot of damage here. Which is why I always stock up on a lot of red potions, because, honest to God, this game really hates giving me hearts. Speaking of hearts, there's our heart piece right up there. And that's what we're gonna get. It's the only thing we're getting, then we're just gonna go get our next dungeon. Or, I mean, get to our next dungeon. And yeah, brain farts might occur as well because, well, I just woke up about an hour ago. I mean, I could have woken up about, like, you know, 2 hours beforehand, but I was so tired. I didn't want to get up. I still want to go back to sleep, but I mean, I had to get up somehow because in about a couple more hours I gotta go to class. So yeah, stuff like this does have to happen. So anyways, there's our heart piece. And yeah, I actually kind of jumped cut a bit here because I actually died in that previous recording attempt. Yeah, I didn't want to show it out because that would be embarrassing, so I had to reset the game without even saving. And so I went back and just got back to that heart piece. Well, I had to do it a second time, so... yeah, that's what happened. I actually died because, again, I couldn't get any hearts, so... Anyway, so here's the Dark World equivalent of the Lost Woods called the Skull Woods. And, of course, the Skull Woods is actually our next dungeon that we're going to tackle. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Oh, but it's an overworld. I mean, how could it be a dungeon if it's an overworld? Oh, wait. Hold up. First, watch this. I tried to attempt to get a fairy, and that fucker keeps... Look at this. It disappeared on me. God, that was a fail. That was a big fail. It was. It was a real big fail. I try to get to the ferry, and then it just disappears. Why? Why would you do this to me? I want to be healed because how much this game hates that. I want more hearts, but no, you have to. Yeah, this game really hates me. The ferry just comes away from me. It is kind of my fault because I could have just used the boomerang, so yeah. Anyway, so here's the dungeon part of the Skull Woods. Yeah, this dungeon actually does require you to go in and out of the dungeon, so it does have, like, you know, overworld components. It does require you going outside, so this dungeon is kind of unique in its own way. And there's a lot of dungeon sections as well. But first, we have to go over the enemies because we just saw a couple of them that we have not encountered. Those mummy guys are called the Gibdos. Gibdos, they usually go all over the place, but if they see you, they will try to go after you, and they also take a lot of hits to kill. Those enemies are also... Well, the couple of enemies we're going over actually returned from Zelda 1. That's where they debuted in. So the Gibdos is one thing. And this guy right here... Ladies and gentlemen, meet one of the most annoying enemies, well, at least in this game. I don't think they're that quite annoying in Zelda 1. But in this game they are. These are the Wall Masters, and in their own set kind of time, they will fall down from the ceiling at well, like right out of nowhere, without warning. And if they grab you, they will send you back to the dungeon entrance. So you want to be careful of those. And no matter how many times you defeat them as well, they always come back. So, yeah, I hate these guys so much. They're really fucking annoying. At least in 3D Zelda games, they actually, well, at least in... Yeah, see, this is a little demonstration about how they grab you and send you back to the dungeon. Of course, that one you can use to your advantage. At least they actually warn you when they're coming in Ocarina of Time of Majora's Mask, but in this game, no, they just appear like right when they want to, and then... Or, I mean, at least they don't really telegraph where they be falling to. They actually did with A Link Between Worlds. And I actually love in A Link Between Worlds, you can actually troll them just by, you know, just beckoning them to come and get you, and then once they're about to grab you, you just merge into the wall and become a painting, and then you just slam their hands to the ground. I love that. It's a nice little retaliation for what they keep doing to me. But yeah, all in all, those wall masters are really annoying. So you want to be careful with those guys. Also, just so let you guys know, I will be cutting a lot of the footage here. Well, I mean, I mean that already did happen. I don't know why I use that kind of context, but I have been cutting the parts here in this video footage because I had to look at the guide for the dungeon, since I don't remember much of the dungeon's design, as with a lot of the other dungeons in this game. So yeah, I apologize for the for all the cuts here, but you know, it's necessary. I had to. I also had to make pauses, mainly because of the wall masters. And yeah, that was kind of where I did something stupid. I could have just stepped on those switches, and then, like, if you step on the switches, then the bottomless pits will become floors. They all become solid, and you can walk on them. But I didn't in this video, so yeah. And I also used a magic cape because I thought that would help, but no, I did. It was rather stupid of me. Well, because I am dumb. Anyway, so what we just got was the fire rod, and fire rod, well, it's just like the ice rod, which you can actually shoot out fire from it, at the cost of magic power. I'm not quite sure how much, but that's actually kind of what it does. Lets you incinerate all the enemies on sight, especially the Gibdos. You actually can just one-shot those Gibdos, because I guess they're apparently weak to fire. And yeah, this is actually where the Bombos medallion especially comes into play, and I have been doing so previously. For some reason, I could have done so, but I guess I was kind of too lazy at the moment. But well, actually, not that. I forgot about the Bombos medallion, and I probably shouldn't have, because it's a wonderful item, and I probably should be using it more often, even though it does cost magic power. But whatevs. I just gotta remember to use it as often as I could. Whenever I see so many enemies, I really don't feel like having to waste so much time having to kill them off one by one. I can just use the Bombos medallion instead. By the way, I love this music here, this theme here. It's actually supposed to be the Death Mountain theme, but it's actually considered the Dark World Mountain and Forest theme. But I really do love this theme. It's so epic. I love it so much. I also like how in the Super Smash Bros. Brawl remix, it sounds more like you're doing a tango. I kind of like that. And also the reason for that cut there was because I used the save states for the well, since I'm playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, then I wanted to use the restore points before I tackle this. And this is from here on out, this section of the dungeon is actually very linear. We're almost to the boss here, so yeah, just by using the fire rod on that big well, I would say some sort of giant bug-like creature. I don't know what that is, but yeah, just using the fire rod, then you can gain access to this part of the dungeon, and it's very linear, so shouldn't have too much trouble unless you're trying to deal with the wall masters. And my past self is using a sword instead of the fire rod, like you should be doing, or just use a Bombos. Yeah, Bombos is actually the better way to go by. For a second, I thought I heard heard the garage door opening. I think it must be the game, like, you know, the sound effect when I use Bombos. I thought for a second that was the garage door opening. Which couldn't be, because most of my other... Well, look, my parents are already at work. Yes, I still live with my parents, so please don't mock me for that. I'm at least telling you guys the truth. I'm still living with my parents. But please don't mock me for that, because I'm still not living alone. I mean, I just can't afford it yet, okay? So just please keep in mind, I'm trying. So just don't put me down because of that, please. Okay, yeah, that's what that's just the bomb. Yeah, finally, fairy. It actually came to me for once. Thank you so much, game. You're being nice to me for once. Alright, so, yeah, I'm seriously getting tired of the Wall Masters. I think this is the only, dungeon where there are Wall Masters, so... yeah, after that, there's not much to worry about. Anyway, boss time. This is Mothula. Now, Mothula, the only kind of attack that he does is just shooting out those ring beams. Like that. You can either use the Fire Rod or the Sword. I don't know which one's stronger, either one of those, but... yeah, just use either one of those, and that's how you attack him. Normally he'd be a little bit easy, but not quite so much, mainly because of the arena. The arena is actually more of a threat than the boss itself, because you know, because the entire floor is moving like a conveyor belt, and all the spikes. A lot of the spikes here will move at random, so you want to be careful with that. So that's where things get really tricky, and I ran out of magic. I think what I also could have done was I could have just bought a blue potion, which I'm pretty sure that you could find those at the witch's hut in the light world. But all I bought were the red potions, because I just go to the nearest store in the dark world and they all have the red potions. So, anyways, Mothula is down. Let's go grab that heart container and our next maiden. I think we have 3 so far. Yeah, we now have 3 maidens that we have rescued. And let's go ahead and hear more of this exposition, hear what she has to say. Alright, so apparently she's saying something about the Great Cataclysm and its prophecy. The person who has an evil heart gets a Triforce, hero is destined to appear. Yeah, it's very much some kind of lore that involves the Triforce. See, if the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the... yeah, it's just you know, backstory or exposition talk about, like, you know, the Triforce, or how a hero must defeat the one who defeat the Wicked One, which is of course Ganon, that they've been mentioning. Alright, so I guess that about does it. Yeah, also, by the way, I forgot to mention, I didn't even go after the map or the compass. So, yeah, I'd actually be lying if I said I was going to do 100%. I think I did say it wasn't going to be quite like that. Well, back in the Desert Palace, because I didn't get the map. Well, I didn't get the compass there. But, yeah, I didn't get those items. So, yeah, it's still not exactly quite a 100% run. So, yeah, there's that. But... overall, if you're not going after those, it's pretty much of a short dungeon, or at least I've kind of made it like that, so... anyways, next time Let's Play Link to the Past. From what I just looked up, there are no other side quests, and we're just going to be heading over to our next dungeon. So yeah, more progress to be made. So, till next time, see you guys later.